Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Burnett Gotzi. There's something I forgot to mention in the update video. I don't want to talk about because I was talking about giving up Netflix. Right? Before that, let me just say something here. I know I like how I can actually delete videos and it not affect anything because I've had to save them by downloading them to the folder. Because that's what happens. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. I actually have... In order for me to upload, which it won't let me upload from there, I don't... Why? Don't ask. Because all I can tell you is I don't know why. Honest to God, I don't. But in other words, it has to go to here in order for me to upload. Because all I can do with it from there is I have to do that. And then what I have to do is I have to go to YouTube and click that plus button right there, down there at the bottom. This one right here where it says create a short, upload a video, go live. Unfortunately, I can't go live, and I'm not going to create a short. But either way, so back to, because I've been meaning to talk about this, and because the reason why was because of what they're supposed to be doing. I guess they've already kind of implemented it, but they can't make up their mind. They were talking about they were already talking about it, and then they said, well, it won't happen until next year, 2023, and I forget when exactly. So, but anyway, so I was thinking about getting rid of it, right? Well, I went over there to check out Amazon Prime Video. I was impressed with them before, because I do remember seeing things, but then they decided to take off one of the shows I actually cared about, which actually had both English dub and Japanese dub, which is Mobile Fighter G Gundam, and I've always known it as Gundam, or Mobile Suit Gundam G Fighter, because that's what it was on Toonami, believe it or not. I will say this much, though, about the thing about having Amazon Prime. It's not really, there is one program I've seen so far that I am kind of, and it's just something that they haven't done, oh man, oh, I hate that, excuse me, sorry. Anyway, ever since the show ended, which is Dr. House MD, I love that show. And there might be a few others, I'm not sure yet, but that's the only one so far that I can think of off the top of my head. Netflix has the man from Toronto. I didn't even think it was available. Which I can watch that anytime at home. But the thing I'm more concerned about is, like, Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if I want to fully commit to it because there's not a whole lot I really care about. I just, they haven't actually put, like, anything on there, like, that might be worthwhile, even if it's old. Like, say, I think they've got Gundam Wing, which I can watch that on Fun Animation anytime. However, the thing I would love to see is the movie. I did finally see Final Master, or whatever the hell it's called, with Heaven's Lost Property. There's actually 2 movies. I forget what the other one was. That one wasn't really all that in a bag. Chip had just introduced a character that wasn't part of the actual show. I'm guessing they had plans for her, I don't know, but it never became a thing. They never even showed her in the secondary movie. But what had happened was, it was called, I think, Final Wish or whatever. I didn't get to see the full movie. But I did see quite some clips here and there. I think it was like on YouTube. It was the only way I could watch it. And I was like, okay. So, because, and yeah, while they do have it on Fun Animation, they don't have the English dub for some dumb reason. It's actually fully released, but not for the English dub for some dumb reason. So, I forget what the name of it's called, but yeah, there it is. Eternal My Master. And if you don't know me by now, well, you're going to know. I'm going to tell you truthfully and up front that I do not go for straight love between couples. I have watched shows, I've let them go. You know, they don't exactly shove it in your face, but there's lots of them that will. It's like, dude, I get it. Sailor Moon, though, was really obsessed with absolutely trying to be so straight it wasn't funny. Even though they gave you some kind of a teaser, like with, oh, you might think something's going to happen with women, but it never did. And even though that they finally had 2 women in the entire show that actually had been, well, cousins, they were dating, making out, which I don't see a problem with it whatsoever. I don't. But then eventually they were cured, and they was the only ones that were official lesbians. And, you know, whatever. I thought, you know, whatever. I didn't know that. And they found their true loves, which doesn't make any sense, because all the time they were supposed to be, they were the true loves, but whatever. I don't care. I think it's stupid that they, because it's like it literally makes you swallow it down your throat. Like, yeah, it's a sin to be lesbian. You have to be straight. You know, think about the kids, for God's sakes. You gotta be straight. The kids just won't get it. Excuse me? I mean, you gotta think about the kids, right? Wrong. No, thank you. I'm not thinking about the bloody kids. I don't care. The kids are gonna be what they are and identify as what they are. And I don't. I mean, while I believe in pro-life and pro meaning that everybody should exist and be treated fairly and respected, yeah. Well, it's anybody, not, oh, are you now an object now? Yeah, sorry, I can't respect you for being an object. You know, I just can't do it. I mean, I could, but, you know, I'm just not going to. I'd be pretending to be something I'm not. To even sit there and say, oh, hey, by the way, I'm lying now, but I absolutely endorse this. Be a piece of stick for me. Be an ATM so I can draw out money. And then if I need some bark off of you, oh, wait a minute, now I gotta go to jail? Oh, great. Thanks. Well, you said you were a piece of tree, you know, and I really needed the, oh, geez, come on, not the lightning. Anyway, I really needed the wood so I could make some projects, you know. I really needed it. I mean, who the hell is going to pay for freaking metal? I mean, come on, man. Oh, you're not a piece of wood? Woods don't feel things, okay? They don't feel it when you cut to them. Maybe trees might feel things. I don't know. I'm no expert on mythology and stuff. But once that piece of them is dead and gone, I guarantee you it's not going to feel anything. Hey, is there new episodes finally? No? Because there's supposed to be another, they ended it on the Upshaws with 8 episodes, whereas season 1 ended it with 10 episodes. Really stupid. But what can you do? I'm not a fan of Marlon. Not that I didn't like the show or didn't understand it, But like, let me put it this way: I'm not a fool over Marlon show, because of the way that they ended it. Like, okay. I mean, maybe it wasn't exactly. Well, even in season 1, there didn't exactly end it where there was supposed to be more. You know, maybe a little bit of hints here and there, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, and there's like quite a few anime I could get myself into, but, you know, I mean, just to start out with and then be like, you know, look at it like, nah, I don't think so. Nah. And what I can't understand is, like, okay, they have 2 shows by the same name. And they finally told me, well, it was because they had a movie or a special. I'm like, okay, look, that's really stupid. Because, honestly, they should have just kept it under one banner. Instead of having it the same freaking name, but a different icon. So you can get, it's the same, you're watching the same bloody freaking show. All over from the beginning. Only if you go, but the difference is if you go to that list of episodes, you'll get the special or whatever it is. I think that's really stupid. Oh, and they do have a movie. Well, excuse me. Whatever. And you're not going to be used to this, but yes, it's a little bit quicker sometimes for me because of the way it is. It can be hard for me to talk fully, but I'll start talking a little bit of thug, ominix, or whatever you want to call it. We used to call it, just call it gang talk. You know, even though they still have that kind of thing, but now there's like a difference. Like, okay, well, whatever, alright? All I know is, like, I'd be like, or some kind of southern, like, ain't got a thing. I mean, I'm not going to say something I'm not supposed to say because, you know, don't want to get into it, but there you go. I hate that when something gets on your, you know, God. Oh, there was this guy, speaking of, he had said it so many times. Like, dude, you need to get over yourself. You know, he kept talking about how women want the big thing, you know, it's between a man's legs. Like, are you nuts, dude? No. What's his name? Okay. All right. So, anyway, I'm not prone to violence, but I can get angry and but like literally, I have seen people get off the air. That doesn't sound right, but basically they get so angry and then they get banned, whatever. But the one person I've seen that stayed on the air was Markiplier. And he's gotten so bloody pissed at this one game. And I forget the name of it now, but he actually literally picked up the chair and threw it. He even threw the mouse. And he even swore at it like, damn, dude. Okay. Anyway. That guy that kept on going on and on about things, he would sit there and say how women just can't do exercising, and then he would still refer to the thing between the legs. Like every other thing he could think of to try and prove his case about it. Like, all they want is that. And then he would go back to saying something about they want something new. And then he says something about money, and then he would go back again about the thing between a man's legs. Dude, shut the hell up. We get it. This is what you think. But you don't need to keep saying that. I mean, there was quite a few of it that was cut out, I guess. I don't know about the original video. I'm not going to bring it up for legal reasons. Because, all of a sudden I'm back at a strike or whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. This guy would talk about how women can't do this, can't do that, and it's all about, them and stuff. And he just went on a freaking bloody tirade about, and just kept talking and using the thing. And I mean, he literally said the word, by the way. I'm not saying he didn't say the thing between the man's leg. He didn't say it like that. He just said the actual word. Starts with a D, by the way. So, anyway, he just goes on and on. Dude, drop it. Let it go. Like, did you know that we don't care? This is one of the things I hate when people start up. Did you know that? No, and I don't care. Or like when people go, have you ever wanted? Hell no, I haven't. I mean, sometimes I've gone ahead. I'll be honest with you. I have checked it out anyway. But I've never in my life wondered, okay? But this dude, oh my God. Are you ever going to shut the hell up? I mean, my God, man. I don't need to hear any more about it, okay? But he just keeps going. Just to think he can just drive a point about how women, this and that, about, oh my God, it's so important to have that big thing. Honestly, God, I'd rather be talking about a big-ass gopher. That's what she said, literally. Anyway, that I've seen like so many times on this property. I mean, before it was over here on this side. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm doing that. But I mean, because I guess it makes sense to me. I mean, on the other side where I'm at, I've seen it twice. Now, not in all the time I've been here. No, been more than once. But like, okay, within probably the last few days, maybe that I've been out. And, like, one time it ran toward some other direction towards the, kind of between the road or whatever. It didn't exactly go on the road, but anyway. This time it came out from underneath the bridge I was on. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But, maybe it was somewhere underneath the house or something over there or whatever. Exactly, to be specific, but I don't know. I just know he went, it was out of there. Or she, not really sure. I didn't exactly pick it up to find out. And I'm not trying to assume anything. All I know is that when you don't have enough time to go over there and try and do it without hurting yourself, even if you could, go down and try to chase after him just to find out, hey, wait a minute, are you, oh, damn, he's gone already. It's gone. Darn, too late. Because you can't outright just ask them, because they're not going to stop and tell you, like, yo, I'm a dude, or I'm a dude. You know, as a matter of fact, ironically, way back when, even though they still were saying girls and women back in my time, but one of the things as well is it was either dude or dudette. Dudette was a girl, by the way, or a woman. And it was like one of those hipster things, like where dudes that were so like stoned out of their mind, like dude it, and it was not like something they used constantly, but I think they kind of drove away from it. So, and I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't get into very often like where something says something, a name says heaven, too often. I'm not going to watch it because it says heaven's official blessing. That doesn't sound like it's interesting. The reason I got into Heaven's Lost Property was not because it said heaven either, to be honest with you. It was because, and it wasn't because either they were hot women, neither. It just happened to be because I seen the hilarity of it, and I thought, oh wow, this is funny. Even though the very first episode, the dude was as naked as hell, and I'm just gonna say it like that and forget that other word, you people. When I say you people, you know what I'm talking about, the ones that keep trying to say the F word. Anyway, not that I really have a problem with the F word itself, it's just, come on, man, really? God. Anyway, so moving on. And you know, I mean, really, you didn't hardly see nothing other than the fact that you could definitely tell you didn't have any clothes on for some damn reason or another. They've done that numerous times throughout the show. Of course, High School DxD kind of did the same kind of thing. The only time, however, there was more of it where you got to see the women, and then they started trying to censor it, is like, dude, just put some bloody clothes on and do it with the clothes on. I mean, I get that inappropriate acts have to be, because yes, they have done it a few times or whatever. But talking about making babies, actual making babies with demon women or angel women. Don't ask, okay? It's a show. It's fantasy. It's animated. What do you want? Okay? Jeez. It's like trying to watch, Touched by an Angel. That wasn't real either, but they had love between an angel and whatever. And, but it wasn't animated, but a lot of it was. Because it had, there's special effects. So, anyway, moving on. This show literally has so much nudity, it's not funny. Now, a lot of the majority of the time they didn't have of it, but it was like, okay, you've got this nudity, you got these creepy women and come in there, become so outright savage, and then they have to kill them. Why? Because for some dumb reason or another, they frowned upon a demon, getting freedom because it killed its master. Because it wanted freedom. I mean, the fact that I guess it was doing cruel acts as well wasn't something it should have been doing, but the fact that it wanted freedom at all was the biggest sin. Are you crazy? I never really thought about it much when I was watching the show, but all that time. But yeah, what's wrong with freedom? I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, by snatching up people and stuff like that. Yeah, I get that. But just to have freedom at all, to be on your own, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. I really don't. Anyway, that's about all I gotta say on that. But pretty much, this guy would not shut the hell up. So, that guy, Then there's some other dudes that are such creepy stalkers, and man, this one dude is supposed to be an alpha male. Talks about, yeah, he actually had to leave a voicemail twice, and he doesn't do that. He doesn't like having to do it, but he did it, made an exception because he actually loved this woman. Okay, whatever. And here's another thing. Speaking of that, because I've been watching quite a few of this stuff that's going on with this one dude that's on there. He talked about this one dude talking about how to meet chicks in a grocery store. This dude, okay, first of all, to profess yourself as an expert, yeah, you're not. And even if you had other women, or if you could actually directly talk to other women in there, yeah, still wouldn't have proved your case. I mean, you know, honest to God, even talking to one woman, which is what he did to the entire video. And one of the things he talked about was, well, I don't want to be too close to her, stand next to her. He did that. He literally did that. Then he says, I don't want to touch her, make her feel uncomfortable, and he grabs your arm a little bit. What? And he kind of talks about, I forget whatever, talking about picking up employees, talking about, you know, just how fun it is, how they understand you, and ask them why they put prices on things. What kind of a numbskull would ever ask an employee why they put it on there? Yeah, no. Then he talks about, like, you know, getting these other things and making them put stuff in the basket. Like, oh, I just see how beautiful you are. Here's some things. Take this and you know, you should definitely get that. Yeah, no, thanks, but no thanks. I can go in there plenty of times without trying to pick up a girl and be like, oh, hey. And I'm not even trying to be friends or anything. I'm just going in there, stop, for God's sakes. And sometimes I do stop by and help people that need help. Like, there's this one older woman who had a problem, and there was no one else around. And I thought, okay, you know. And because, see, I believed it was meant to be for me to be there and help her out, and I did. I've done that a few times. Was I looking for an award for it? No. Or, congratulations, Brian. You will know there and help that old bitty lady. That's what half the problem with the world is when they talk about being number one. Like, oh, hey, I need to be number one. Let me get an award for that. Number one doesn't interest me. That's like the same thing with YouTube. Or anything else. I don't feel like I should have to be number one to make a difference, or even that what I say matters. I think that it does matter, but man, I hate that when my mouth didn't sort of talk to. But at the same time, I hate when it's like you either have to have money or be number one or have all your subscribers or all the above in order for anybody to give a damn about what you have to say. And half the damn time, the people that actually say anything that are all of a sudden come out of the woodworks are getting money. But it's like what they're saying is not true. And I know damn well it ain't. Because I ain't stupid. Like a lot of other people buy into this stuff and start, you know, supporting them, buying all these T-shirts, getting them to say even more crap that's not real. Oh, did you know a bunny rabbit can actually sit there and open the window for you? They can. Can they fetch other people's slippers? Can they talk to me and tell me I'm beautiful? And I'm not talking about in my mind. I mean, can they actually use your lips and say, hey, whatever my name is. I mean, obviously my name is Brian, but let's just say in our situation, or whatever the name is, or her, or whatever, him. You just look so fabulous. No. Or, did you know that? No. And I know damn well that's not true. I mean, there's lots of things that, oh, I didn't know that. Cool, I didn't know that. Alright, whatever. And I really don't care. See, a lot of things like, do I really care? No, because I'm not looking it up. I just happen to scroll through and find these damn videos like, oh, okay. And especially the ones that go, have you ever wondered? No! I admit, again, okay, so I checked it out. Big whoop-de-doo. But, I mean, I don't always do it because I think it's a ridiculous title. And people start out with, like, you know, this is something like a gimmick. Like, yeah. I think that personally, in order to be number one, or not number one, but to matter, you shouldn't have to be number one to be better than anybody out there. I think that personally that everybody should have a right to matter. I think that everybody has a right to be here. But when people go on and use the same damn words over and over to drive a point, especially coming up with all kinds of ways, are you nuts? I don't want to hear anymore. I mean, if it was me, I'd have already done shut off the video. I would have, because it just... I like how he says at the end, this other dude that was talking about the thing between the legs. Like, I don't want this to go on very long. I don't want to ramble on. And yeah, it's been going on for hours. Like, I thought you'd never shut the hell up. Because here's the thing as well. He was driving himself further and further into a hole. Everything he said not only mattered, but it was really fact about women. Excuse me? Sir, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, eventually, supposedly he got banned off of Twitch for saying all this stuff. Like, okay. Yeah, he comes over to YouTube and spreads this stuff. Like, you know, we don't really need to hear this kind of junk. Yeah, no, just keep on going. Like, I really want to hear this. Like, I didn't get it the first 10,000 billion times. You kept trying to drive a point about this is what you actually think. And it's not really a fact. It's what you think. It's your opinion. That you think that this is what women really want. Exactly. Shut up. Don't you dare say another damn word. Don't try to convince me that it's a fact when it's not. If you say one more damn word, unless it's about something else, I don't want to hear it. And I don't want to hear you bringing up to the entire conversation about women and dicks, for God's sakes. I don't want to hear it. Talk about something else. Or just keep your mouth shut. Because I about done already had it with you. Like, shut up. And I hate to say that way to people. And I hate to be like, you know, yeah, okay. Enough is enough. I'm sorry you think that I didn't get it to 10 billion, billions and billions of times. You had to keep on saying it, trying to make it any which way you could think of just to make the point. And because by the time you got to that other point, I was already done listening to you. I was done. I thought you were never going to shut up. You just kept on going. I mean, man, look, I believe that fairly everybody has a right to talk and all that, but at the same time, the token and the respect, you don't need to keep going on and trying to drive a point about it. Like, how many more times can you say that word? How many more times can you think of ways to make your point about shit? Like, enough is enough, man. I mean, sometimes I admit that I might wind up rambling on or accidentally repeat myself, but I've never in my life kept on going on and trying to dribble on and on and on about one bloody subject, even if it two things into one thing about the point. Like, for example, women and dicks. Okay. I'm done listening to this guy. I'm done. No, I'm done. I said I'm done. I don't want to hear no more. If I hear one more word about it, there will be consequences. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, later.